Lots of people say to me that they'd love to invest into Bitcoin, but they worry about the volatility. Okay, well, let's explain why Bitcoin is volatile and what actually you can do to reduce the volatility for you personally. Okay, well, number one, the first reason is that some of the price of Bitcoin is people that want to be short term. In other words, there's a certain percentage of people in Bitcoin, they're there for the long-term investments. They believe that Bitcoin is the digital future. It's the replacement for gold. It's digital gold. In fact, Ray Dalio, billionaire investor, said that Bitcoin is potentially a substitute for gold. Why? Well, it's got a limited amount, and of course it has advantages over gold in that it's easily transferable. If we go back 50 years, every currency in the world was based on gold. And as people lose faith in governments, people believe that people will not want to use currency just added to digitally by governments. So rather than use the US government or the Venezuelan government to print money or use their currency, they'd rather a computer kept score. That's exactly what Bitcoin is. Of course, there are people in there that just say, I want it, I believe in it, it's going to be the long term. And some people are in it and they're looking to see if they can track when the spikes are. Can they make some fast money? And of course, we live in a world where people want to make quick money. So if you're the sort of person that's looking for fast investments, reality is that any investment takes a period of time. So the first way that you can, in your mind at least, reduce the effects of volatility is start to look at it, if you want it as an investment, as being a 3-year plus project. If you look at 3 years, you'll make money in Bitcoin, in my opinion. Of course, when we look at it, we see that there are people that actually leverage. So we've not only got people that are investing short term to track the trends, but we've got people that borrow to invest. Okay, why do they do that? Well, when we see returns of 90% and you see that you can borrow inexpensively, it's little wonder if people believe in the next 12 months that you're going to get a big spike in the price of Bitcoin, then people are going to borrow money to invest into it. But what happens is if that price starts to go down because of the fluctuations, then they start to take their money off because they borrowed and they worry about it. And of course, that again, it actually increases the volatility. Of course, Bitcoin has been taken on by so many different institutions and even countries, but still it's affected by bad news. And if there is any news in the marketplace, then because Bitcoin is new, because it is only around for 10, 11, 12 years, it is in a sector that people are less sure about. So therefore, if there's any news, it's subject to that news and far more sensitive than perhaps an other long-term investment. So if you're investing into Bitcoin, remember, there's some bad news. Okay, guess what? Bitcoin might go down, but actually it will recover in time as people start to go back into the market. Seen all sorts of instances, like, for example, China banning Bitcoin again. Temporary, it hits the price of Bitcoin, but actually it's only temporary. And then when we look at Bitcoin, we have to realize that yes, it's volatile. And of course, you may go, well, how do I time the market? Okay, just remember what we always say in investment. It's not timing the market, it's the time in the market. In other words, you need to, again, as I've said earlier on in this video, leave your money there for a period of time. Okay, I'd also say that you should diversify. Okay, why? Well, if you're investing your money, I would certainly put personally some of my money in Bitcoin, but I'd always also have other investments. So there are other alternative coins, for example, Ethereum. I'm going to do a video shortly about the best 5 cryptocurrencies that I think will do well in 2022. But I'd always diversify, so I wouldn't just invest even into cryptocurrencies. I'd look at other investments. And that's why financial advisors can sit down with you and talk to you about investment funds and how you can make sure that you gain more security and you gain less volatility just because of diversification. Is the future digital? Well, actually, I think it is. I think it's digital, and I believe that all investments will ultimately be digital. I believe that all contracts ultimately will be written on the blockchain or technology if something comes after blockchain. In other words, I believe the world's changing fast to a more digital solution for financial services. And I think that gives Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies a fantastic advantage. But also bear in mind that there are other cryptocurrencies that come in that look to ride on the back of these successes. So again, if you're investing, try and go for the bigger names, the bigger ones that we talk about on this video channel, and steer away from the ones that have come into the market all of a sudden and there's lots of hype, but are they really going to do well long term? I would suggest stay away from those unless we start talking about them on this video channel. So please please share the video. I'll put out information on a regular basis so that you understand the cryptocurrency market, the digital market, so you understand the financial markets, whether they're stocks and shares, government bonds, and how to invest on a regular basis. Put out information on what it takes to be successful in life. Thanks for watching the video. Please hit like, it helps me get the channel going, and also please share the video with someone you know.